Okay, so we're making a video on how to create appointment schedules in Google Calendar. So I've got my Google Calendar open now, and I'm going to say create. And what I want to create is an appointment schedule. And I get this nice menu right here. So this is what the appointment schedule calendar will present with what title when you type it in. So I'm going to call this computer booking calendar. All right, and let's say each appointment should be an hour. No one's booking computers for 30 minutes. Should be great. And see what our availability is. So my school runs from 8:30. And so I don't want to run through the whole day because that's not really going to work with my lunch schedule. But I can add extra sections or periods to make this work. So I'm going to say 8:30 to 10 a.m. There we go. Now that's an hour and a half, but that's fine. We're just going to make that section available because we don't really want people to book for the extra half hour. And then I'm going to make another section, and this is going to be recesses over at 10:15, and lunch is at 11:45. Perfect. And let's do one more. Lunch is over at 12:30 p.m. And we've got enough time to do two 1-hour sessions in the afternoon, so we'll do 1 p.m. and then 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Okay. Oh, that one on Sunday. 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Okay. Now, you're like, oh my God, do I have to do this for every single day? You do not. The great thing is, we've got, let me check my times, 8:30 to 10, that's an hour and a half, an hour and a half, an hour, perfect. I can say duplicate to all the days that I have available, which are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and done. So you can see here on my calendar, I've got these big blocks that you can book the computers for before recess, after recess, 1 hour after lunch, and 1 hour after that. Okay, so I'll scroll down a bit here. This is the Newfoundland schedule. Okay, now this scheduling window is pretty great because it means how far in the future can you book these things for. So you can't book them for the whole year. You usually prefer not to have people book them for the full year. So we're going to say, how about 1 month in advance? So 30 days. That's pretty good. And you can change it, of course, or you can remove the option so people could book them for the whole year. And this is the minimum time before the appointment. So what this means is that if you are running a business, it might matter because you don't want someone to show up. But since we're booking computers, we actually want this to be non-existent. Because if you are at lunchtime and realize computers are free in the afternoon, you want to be able to book it. So we're just going to remove that. There is no minimum time. Anytime they're available, you can just book the computers. This doesn't really matter too much. Change dates available. You can add some specific dates where you can't book it. And maximum bookings per day. Now, this is, you could limit how many times someone can book something in a full day. That's totally up to you. It's off by default. The buffer time is between appointments. Not going to matter for what we're doing. But the maximum bookings per day. So you don't want someone to book them for the entire day. So you might change it to 1. So you can just book computers once in a day. Maybe you'll leave it blank. That is up to you and your school culture, between you and whoever is in charge of this kind of decision. Guests can invite others. You don't really need that because this is not what this calendar is going to be for. Now, this is super, super important. Right now, this calendar is pointing at my personal calendar. So any bookings made go to my personal calendar. That is bad. I do not want to see every computer booking in my personal calendar. So I'm just going to go to my bad test calendar, which is where most of these things go. Oh, sorry, bad test calendar. Here we go. And we don't need to check any other calendars for availability because it's just going to this one calendar. We don't need any co-hosts. This isn't going to matter for something like this. If you were booking something at like the gym and you want to make sure the gym teacher always knew that the gym was being booked, you might want to add them as a permanent co-host for all the appointments, but not for a computer crash. Okay, and next, here we go. Location, doesn't matter. You can leave that. We'll just say none to be specified later, or you can just leave it. Didn't click. And description, I could say this is the black Chromebook cart. Maybe you've got different names on them. And again, not super important. And here's the booking form. So when someone goes to the calendar booking website, this is what they're going to be asked to put in: their first name, last name, and their email address. You can add some other stuff in here. We really don't need to mess with this for like 90% of what we're doing. I would require email verification just to make sure no one else books this by accident. They shouldn't be able to, but that's fine. And confirmations. I think this is a great option. So it's going to obviously make an invite on your own calendar, and it's going to give you an email reminder before the event. So you can set that 1 day before, minutes before, however you want to do it, so that someone's always reminded they made a booking. Super important, because sometimes people forget that they book things. So we'll leave that for that. You can change, we can do more than one reminder. I actually didn't realize that. Ooh, let's do a day before and 30 minutes before. That's perfect. Okay, and we'll say save. Okay, so now we've got a computer booking calendar, and it shows up here. I'm going to turn off my personal calendar. It starts here, and we can see all the times we talked available. They've got this little icon here to let you know it's a booking calendar. When I click on it, it says open booking page. So booking page is what you're going to share with other people to book the calendar. So when you click on it, it opens a new website, and here's the booking calendar. So today is already kind of past, so I can't really book a 12:30, or can't book a morning appointment on Wednesday, October 9th. But I could book in the afternoon, or I could book it there at 1:30. So say I want to book at 12:30, click. Here's my name and my email address, booked. Now, the cool thing is, I can cancel my appointment. That's gone. And because I had a limit of only one booking per day, my other option is gone as well. So if on Thursday I want to book the computers as well, I click 8:30, book. Okay. I could cancel my appointment if I decide I don't want it, but I won't. And my other options are all gone because I said it's not there. But this is what the users would see. Can't book on Saturday and Sunday. You can scroll all the way into the future, up until, I think we said 30 days. So yeah, there you go. You can see we've reached 30 days over here after the 9th. And that's as far in the future as we can go. Okay, so what happens on the other end is on my personal calendar, I can see I have booked computers on these days. And if I say, man, I booked those computers on Thursday, October 10th, I really don't need them anymore. All I have to do is click here and cancel the appointment. Delete it from my calendar. And the really great thing is, let's get back to October 9th. Okay, so it's because I deleted October 10th, those are all back in play. And someone else, if they want to book the 8:30 slot I had booked, they can also book it. So it works out super well. It lets people book, it lets you cancel bookings, and it keeps track, along with a few other parameters that you can kind of set up. And if you're still wondering why I did 60 minutes, you can't really do half hours. I mean, you could, but who's booking computer cards for a half hour? It's like a lot of work to roll them around your school, get them to your classroom, get them somewhat. So I usually say an hour. And in the mornings, it's just won't work with the hour and a half in the morning. So we just put an hour in, and really means the whole section between recess and lunch, or in the morning before recess. So that's how the whole thing works. And if you have any questions, you can let me know.